Hey, I'm Ambrosia. I'm entrepreneur, expat living in the UK, and I'm dealing with some pretty severe depression. And this video is a result of a friend telling me to document this process because it may help someone else. So my hope is that it does. Even if it doesn't end up helping me, I hope that it helps someone else. About 6 months ago, I completely halted all of my businesses. I just said stop. I felt burnt out, I felt exhausted, and I just wanted everything to just kind of stop spinning around me. So I stopped all my businesses. And I think I thought everything would be fine after that and that I would rebuild slowly. But what actually ended up happening was I ended up in this constant state of just stress and constant state of anxiety, where I just always was waiting or anticipating something to go wrong. And somehow along the way that formed into depression. But it was like functioning depression. I was totally fine and like I could function through life. I could show up to meetings. I could go out with friends and I could put on the happy face. And I lived with my partner. I moved in with my partner during that time and could, be perfectly fine. I cooked dinner and breakfast and, we'd hang out and do fun things with friends. And I was fine from the outside. But on the inside, honey, it felt like my world was crumbling down. Still sometimes feels that way. And it kind of all came to a head about 6 weeks ago. I was co-working with a friend and I just burst into tears. Nothing triggered it. Nothing caused it. It just happened. Excuse me, the window's open, so you may hear outside noise. So I set an appointment with my therapist because I wanted to figure out what that was about. And after talking to me, she had me meet with a psychologist who said, yes, I do think you are depressed. I'm not a big advocate of medication. I don't like being put on tons of meds. I come from a background of addiction. So for those of you who don't know me, I was adopted when I was 7 and my birth parents were both heavy addicts. My birth mother actually didn't even get clean until maybe 2-3 years ago. And I'm 38, so that tells you how long she was an addict. It's a horrible, horrible disease. It just takes hold of you and it's so easy to slip into. So I refuse to take any unnecessary medication if I can. And I'm in a space now where the depression is winning a bit. And I don't mean anything drastic. I'm not, thinking of unaliving myself. But I find myself in moments of silence, feeling incredibly sad and crying. And I couldn't even tell you what I'm sad about. It may be because I stopped my businesses and therefore somehow it feels like a failure to me. It could be because I'm in the middle of this really stressful visa process at the UK that I was supposed to have an answer to like 3 weeks ago, and I don't. And so that's equally frustrating because I hate waiting on things, especially when I put everything in place to not have to wait. And I think it's also because I feel like I shouldn't be sad. I feel like I shouldn't be sad. I am so fortunate compared to so many people. And I feel like I shouldn't have any reason to be upset. I have a roof over my head, food in my fridge. I have friends who love me and a family who loves me. I have a partner who is everything I wanted and then some. And yet I'm still sad, and it just frustrates me. Because why? So, this video isn't to give answers. It's more so because I feel like when I look up, how do I handle depression? How do I cope with depression? I don't see anyone that looks like me. And I think also when I do see anyone posting about it, it's always past tense. It's always, yeah, I went through it and now I'm on the other side. And sometimes you need to know that someone's in the storm with you right now, and I am in the storm. So if this helps even one person feel like, hey, I'm in the storm too, and you want someone to be in the storm with you so we can get out of the storm together, then follow along. I can't promise consistency. I can't say I'm going to post every single week, but I know I'm going to try. But my biggest promise I can make you is that I will and we will get to the other side of this. And it will get better. It does get better. I've dealt with depression before. But this time it just feels more intense. And like it has bigger grip on me than it ever has. So I say that to say, if you're in the bubble right now of depression or just anxiety or feeling sad, you're not here alone. I'm here. And I hope that even if it's just me and one other person, that we can get through it together. Therapy helps. I go to therapy regularly. Talking to family and to friends who you trust. My partner is amazing at it. That helps so much. But ultimately, it's a battle we've got to get through on our own, with the support of others. And so I'm just gonna say what I always tell myself every morning, which is, yes, it's scary, but you're braver. And it just take it one step at a time. Don't try to make major leaps or look at the end of the road and figure out how you're gonna get there. Just figure out how you're gonna take that very next step towards feeling better. Okay. I'm gonna go walk Chloe, my dog. Bye.